Persephone, also known as Cora or Cora, was much more than just a goddess of agriculture. As the result of a union between Zeus and Demeter, she was also the embodiment of spring and vegetation, and even played a significant role in the Eleusinian mysteries. One of the most well-known stories about Persephone describes her abduction by Hades, where she spent time in the underworld before ultimately reigning as its queen alongside her uncle. As the goddess of grain crops, her tale is symbolic of the disappearance of seeds into the earth, their sprouting in spring, and harvesting when ripe. In Greek art, she is often depicted wearing a robe and carrying a sheaf of grain, although she is most commonly shown being carried off by Hades. Persephone's cult was based on ancient agrarian cults of agricultural communities, and she was worshipped for her association with marriage and childbirth in certain regions. The mysteries celebrated in Athens during the month of Anthesterion were dedicated to her. Throughout history, Persephone's name has undergone various changes, and she has been associated with other goddesses such as Libera and Proserpina. Her story is similar to those of male gods such as Attis, Adonis, and Osiris, and even tales from Minoan Crete. In summary, Persephone played an incredibly important role in Greek mythology and was considered a powerful symbol of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The tale of Persephone is a story that has stood the test of time in Greek mythology. It all began with her beauty, which caught the attention of Hades, the god of the underworld, and with the permission of Zeus, Hades abducted Persephone while she was picking flowers with her companions. Demeter, her mother, was left heartbroken and searched everywhere for her daughter armed with Hecate's torches. In most versions of the tale, she caused nothing to grow and the crops became barren. It was Helios, the sun, who finally revealed what had happened, and Demeter found out that Hades had taken her daughter. Weeping and pleading, Demeter finally convinced Hades to let Persephone go, but before she left, Hades tricked her into eating pomegranate seeds. This compelled her to spend part of each year in the underworld with Hades. Different regions of Greece have their own versions of the story and explanations for where the abduction occurred. The story also explains why the earth becomes barren in fall and winter. As Persephone is in the underworld, nothing grows, but with her return in spring and summer, the crops begin to grow again. The myth inspired rituals to this day and led to the establishment of Demeter's mysteries near the spring of Callicharis. Overall, the tale of Persephone serves as a reminder of the enduring power of stories from Greek mythology and their lasting influence on our culture. The abduction of Persephone is a myth that has been passed down for generations. It tells the story of how Hades, the god of the underworld, abducted Persephone and forced her to spend several months with him each year after she ate pomegranate seeds there. Demeter, Persephone's mother, was saddened and sorrowful, knowing that she would not see her daughter for that duration, which caused the vegetation to wither, symbolizing the onset of the autumn and winter seasons. One year, as Persephone was wandering in a field of flowers, Hades emerged from the underworld and grabbed her, pulling her into the depths of the earth. Demeter was heartbroken, and her grief caused the vegetation on the earth's surface to perish. After several months, Persephone was allowed to return, but she had eaten 6 pomegranate seeds, which tied her to the underworld. Every year, she had to return to Hades for that period, causing the vegetation on the earth's surface to die and symbolizing the onset of the autumn and winter seasons. However, there is another interpretation of the myth. According to some, Persephone represents the grain stored in underground silos and jars during the summer seasons. Her abduction signifies their relocation to the underworld, and her return marks the onset of autumn, where the grain from the old crops is laid on the fields to prepare for rejuvenation in the following spring. Lincoln suggests another interpretation, highlighting the loss of Persephone's virginity by Hades. According to him, the story represents the first time a male forcibly imposes himself on a young girl. Overall, this dynamic story explains not only the shifting of seasons but also symbolizes death, regeneration, and loss.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.